Truly a spectacular sight. A meteorite blazes across the sky just above a heavily populated Russian city, lighting up the sky and causing a lot of damage. As we told you, more than 1,000 people were hurt when they were showered with glass after the meteorite's sonic boom. It really packed a punch. Brian Sterling has more on that right now. Brian?
Violent indeed. We're here now with Dr. Doug Furton, a physics professor with Grand Valley State University. I'm sure you've seen the video. It's been playing all day on cable and whatnot. I don't know whether to be fascinated by this or frightened.
I'm fascinated by it. I think anytime something like this happens, it makes us aware of the fact that we live at the mercy of forces much greater than we normally contemplate.
Absolutely. How many of these things are out there?
Potentially millions. We don't see them coming. They're not really all that rare. Earth is hit by meteorites every day. By some measurements, we get 1,000 tons of interplanetary debris in the form of shooting stars. Most are small, grain of sand, a pebble. Large ones, like the one that fell over Russia today, are a bit more uncommon. But most of Earth's surface is uninhabited. It's covered by water or uninhabited land, so most of these things fall and they don't really leave a record.
Right, but you see the damage what happens, and it's not necessarily the meteorite itself, it's this concussion, the sound wave that caused a lot of the damages today. Windows broken, televisions were broken inside homes.
Yeah, imagine that. A sonic boom, this is the same reason why airplanes can't fly faster than the speed of sound over land, because they create damaging shock waves that propagate away from the object. The bigger the thing is, the faster it's moving. The closer it is, the more punch this sonic boom packs. Can break windows, glasses, walls in some cases.
Yeah, I read something too that NASA has only really got a grip on about 1% of all of the objects that might strike the planet. They really have only started to pay attention to this maybe in the last 20 years or so.
Yeah, there's an active search to try to find these objects so that there's enough time to do something about it. This would apply more to the one that passed near to Earth, that we can actually see it a good bit away. But this is a tiny black rock.
Right. And it's moving. How fast is this thing going?
I guess 30,000 miles per hour relative to Earth's surface. So there's no chance of seeing these things before they come.
Right. No radar, no Doppler is going to pick this thing up.
I don't think so. No, it would be after the fact.
Yeah. It's just fascinating stuff. You don't want to be underneath one of these things, though, I guess, when it goes off. A lot of energy.
A lot of energy, yeah. I think several kilotons of TNT, the equivalent of several thousand tons of a chemical explosion, was liberated in the atmosphere, maybe 20 miles up over this town. And you can see the damage it causes, yeah.
Just imagine if this thing would have gone off in the middle of the Cold War. Back in the 60s.
There were actually worries about that, that these things could be mistaken for thermonuclear detonations. Our detection methods are probably more sophisticated now, and of course the dashboard cams that they seem to have in great number there are helpful, but yeah, it was quite interesting.
Absolutely. It's been the talk of the day, that's for sure. Doug Furton, physics professor at Grand Valley. Thanks for coming in tonight, Doctor.
All right, thanks for having me.